Okay, so hopefully you can hear audio now. Could you just put a comment in the chat to let me know if you can hear? If not, I'll just cancel this and I'll get it started for next time. Okay, I can see that you can hear me okay. Okay, perfect. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I had a Windows 10 update today and I didn't think to check the microphone or anything before I come online, and it looks like it's affected that. But anyway, I will crack on. I will quickly blitz through the levels for today. Okay, so daily we're pretty extended, far away from the 8 moving average, the 20 moving average and the 50 moving average. So if you look historically, you can see that the ES just literally hugs the 20 moving average. It really hugs the 8 moving average, so it doesn't get far away from it, and we're quite far away from it right now. So whether we have that pullback today, I don't know, but we are due a pullback. But I don't want to be biased towards the direction, because I want to play what I see rather than what I feel, and that's been working pretty well for me recently. If we do pull back, then we've got this area here, 5900 is a potential bounce area on the daily. So let's just flick back down into the hourly. Oh, back to the daily. One thing to notice as well is, notice how big this move is and how big these green bars are. With the exception of the really big bar, the other two are pretty much below average, and we've had, I don't know, I suppose you look at previous candles, it's about the same as well, probably a little bit less, but there's no real big amounts of volume. We talked about waiting for a big volume move like this one, which potentially signals ending volume there. Maybe we're seeing a little bit of ending volume now, but let's just see what the market gives us as the next day or two. Let's pick up some levels right now. So I don't like going long, shorting all-time highs because it's a strong move if we're up at all-time highs. But we could keep an eye on this area for 2 plays. A break and retest into new highs, and our pre-market high is roughly in the same place as yesterday's high. I don't like to do this, but we could watch 6010 for rejection. Again, it's hard to find a short when we're up there. I think I really want to look for a trend entry long. So if I'm looking for a long entry, an area I was watching has gone already. We can watch this area again, 59.90 for a bounce, or we can watch it for a break and retest short. And then we've got this area confluence. There's a little bit of volume on the volume profile, that level of 59.50. We can watch this area for a bounce, and then if we can get all the way back down to this region, 5900 up to 5910 area, I quite like it because we have a area confluence, tops of candles, bottoms of candles, and if I go back further, you can see it's more significant as well. So this region is what I'm waiting for a bounce, and you can see this volume shelf leading into the point of control. So this is more likely to bounce down this region than this area here and this area here, purely because of the difference in volume. So that's basically what I'm watching for. I'm watching for a trend entry, a break and retest long, hopefully over 6010, a higher risk bounce at 59.90, or a break and retest short. So that'd be short in the pre-market low, but risky because we are in a massive big uptrend, strong bullish uptrend. And then we can watch for a bounce at 59.50 as well. SPY, in fact I looked at QQQ and NQ, there's not a great deal to watch there, so it will be quite a quick one. SPY, we've got 600 above, a psychological number, and then the only bounce place I can see on SPY is at 590, where we've got a pivot there and a pivot there. from the previous few days. And then again, as in ES, we've got this volume shelf just below, and we've got this bounce point at 585.50 for the bounce. SPX, no difference, nothing really to watch. We've got 5900 psychological number. Watch that area for the bounce. That probably coincided with the other two we just looked. And we've got this 6000 level for the rejection, and that's it really. Everything else is the same. NQ is even worse. So, not a big fan of this area because it's in the pre-market. So the only place I like for bounce will be this region here, and we're quite far away from there. So I'll watch it. Potentially we can watch it for a break and retest long, but definitely no shorts. Could we watch for a break and retest short of this level, 21,137? Yeah, maybe. Notice the lack of volume below, so we could play this void down. So keep an eye on that. QQQ, again, even worse than NQ. The only places I can see for bounce will be this region here, a little bit of a demand area. If we move into that region, we can watch that for a bounce. So 500, and it's a psychological number, I just realised as well. So 500 to 501 for the 502 for the bounce, and that's it really. And maybe the break and retest long, but you know, we're pretty extended, as I said earlier, extended on the daily as well. We need to pull back at some point. Could be a day where we just sit and watch. Oil, here we go. Talk about the levels and how good they are. Here we go, smack bang again. Literally came in and touched it yesterday and rejected it. So hopefully someone got that one. Decent area of confidence as well, and we got close to it. Remember, I'm not looking for lines, I'm looking for zones, and that area there is a big area. You could include that pivot in that if you wanted to. Bounce area, we'll stick with what we've got. 70.50 for the bounce, and let's continue watching this zone for the rejection until we lose it. Once we get out of this zone, we can look for the break and retest long, or the break and retest short down. Gold, the only place I like for rejection will be this region here. It's like this head and shoulders pattern. You can see it's a good neckline. We did do a break and retest on this big sell-off there, but I do quite like it coming back up to retest. 27.30 area, 27.32, 27.40 this region. We can also watch for this region here for the rejection. Not the biggest fan, only because if you look to the left, lack of volume here. But we can watch for a break and retest that area as well. And then bounce wise, stick to the levels we know. 26.84 for the bounce, just below. 7 minutes before the market opens, so I'll be really quick. What's this on RTY? It's been pretty strong, nice double top there. So let's watch that area again for the rejection. 24.20. We've got this 50% fibs level, so that's all the way down. 50%. We can watch this region. 23.10 for the bounce. 2300. Psychological number, and that's the only place really. I'm not sure about this level 23. What's that? It must be a previous eye pivot. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of bouncing there purely because there's no volume, lack of volume. So I think this area here, 50% fibs, big area of confidence, is the best area to jump. YM, you can see from a mile off, a decent bounce point. So let's keep an eye on 43,567, and then we can notice the reducing volume as the price is pulling down, so we could see it's starting to break out now anyway. So break and retest a pre-market high, and then we've got a target of the previous all-time high, and then no bounce until we get to that point, and then we've got this point down here. But notice there's no real volume in this area until we get back into this region, 42,500. And then Bitcoin, looking strong. This is one I've been talking about for some time now. Go to the daily. We talked about this very bullish cup and handle pattern. Got the cup, we've got the handle here, and so I've been averaging in all down here. I think while I was at these points, so if you pull back, and then I took some profits. The reason I took profits was increased volume, and RSI was up there as well. Didn't take anything off that one, and I just held for a bit longer. I was holding to get back into the previous all-time highs, and that's basically what I took out. And that's where the profit was. And now we've broken all-time high. Probably look to take a little bit off, I think, today. In fact, I will do today with big volume spike. And I've just said the reason I like taking profit of volume spikes, because that's usually showing there's bigger moves in it. So I will look at the volume later on a smaller chart. But big volume spike. And there's all this additional interest at the moment. You can see last couple of days Bitcoin's been pretty strong. RSI is coming right up there as well. So every time RSI gets up there, you can see it pulls back. Bit of a pullback there. Bit of a pullback there. Not much there. Pullback up here as well. RSI is at 70% there. Pullback. Did pull back there. And so RSI is back up there again now. So I like to think history repeats itself. So I'm going to probably, once I come off this stream, I think I'll probably take 50% off, and I'll be looking for some ads to add that all back in. My Bitcoin's doing okay. It's up like 50-60% right now, and I've taken little bits off here and there. I took some profit off there. I did actually take some profit off there, a little tiny bit last week. I forgot to put it on, but it wasn't really much. I literally took a little tiny bit off in case we pulled back, and we did pull back, and it's because it's all-time high. I did miss it originally, but I think I got it a little bit late. And so the next add point will be the retest of this zone. We've retested it and rejected it, so now we're going to break out, come back and retest, which is why I want to take a bit off now and add it back in when we get back down. Okay, that's it. ES, just quickly recap the levels again. And order flow, market opens in a few minutes. I might lose my mic. Yeah, I haven't got my mic set up on the order flow, but I'll quickly flick it on. And you see there's not much, it looks pretty much going on. Nothing unusual, nothing unexpected. Maybe we're getting more aggressive buying and sellers, because if you look at the cumulative delta, it's putting in a higher high when the actual price is putting in a double top. Okay, so I've got no mic on that screen. I'll set that up in a second, like I didn't have any mic for this one. I just highlighted a couple of areas there. So 6009, 6010, we've got some pointer controls. They're aligned with each other as well. So we could see a little bit of a rejection up there, 609, 6009, 6010. And we talked about being careful, rejecting all-time highs. And then we've got the cumulative delta looking a little bit stronger than price, but price is now broken, put in a new high, so nothing real too unusual, and it's still pre-market volume. Okay, market opens in less than 1 minute. Good luck. My stream is on the other channel as well if you want to watch live order flow, and I'll be around to answer any questions you may have on the live order flow screen.